Today, we're tackling one of the absolute most common and honestly most frustrating mysteries in the gym. Look, you know the drill, right? You're hitting that flat bench every single Monday like it's your day job. You're putting in the sweat, you're pushing serious weight, but you look in the mirror and you're just left wondering why your chest still isn't popping. You're putting in max effort, but you're seeing literally zero growth where it really counts. It's a total classic plateau. So today, we're going to look at the exact architectural blueprint DeSource provides to finally fix it. So consider this question for a second, because it really gets straight to the heart of the pain point. Why does your chest look like a desert? I mean, you might actually have some really solid mass built up at the bottom from all that flat pressing, but what about the top? The part that actually shows when you throw on a V-neck or a tank top? For so many of us, that area right under the collarbone is just completely hollow. It's literally a gap. You're moving heavy weight, you're putting massive stress on your body, but man, your torso still looks completely flat from the side. The mass just isn't translating to the visual result you're working so hard for. And the crucial point here is perfectly captured in this quote from our source material. Listen to this. You're basically building a house with a solid floor, but no roof, right? Think about that architectural motif for a second. It really doesn't matter how strong or wide your floor is. If you don't build the roof, well, the whole structure is incomplete. If you fail to build the top of your chest, your entire upper body is always going to look small and flat from a side profile. Seriously, you could bench press a house, but without that roof, without that upper shelf, your torso simply won't command attention the way it should when you're just standing there in a simple t-shirt. All right, let's move to the underlying foundation and see how this actually builds our solution. And we're starting with the absolute root cause of the problem. Spoiler alert, it happens before a single weight is ever even lifted. Yeah, we've got to talk about fixing your posture. We so often think of muscle growth as purely a result of what we do during our sets, right? But your physical alignment literally dictates how your muscles even present themselves. If you have bad posture, you are physically hiding your chest. You're tucking it away. You are completely sabotaging your gains visually, regardless of how much muscle is actually under there.
Now, what's really fascinating about this whole desk job trap is the biology behind it. When you're sitting hunched over a laptop or gripping a steering wheel all day long, your shoulders naturally roll forward. And when your shoulders roll forward, your entire frame just physically collapses inward. It's just a structural collapse. And because of that, your chest literally disappears before you even step foot in the gym. You're starting at a massive mechanical and visual disadvantage.
I mean, you can't carve a 3D chest if your starting position is completely caved in, right? So before we even think about grabbing dumbbells, we need to walk through these exact mechanical steps to reset your frame. Think of this as your new starting line. Step 1, pull your shoulders back. Step 2, pull those shoulders down. Really lock them away from your ears. And step 3, stack your rib cage directly over your pelvis. By executing these 3 simple steps, you instantly open up your torso. It literally makes your chest look wider and more prominent without adding a single pound of muscle to your frame. It's like an instant visual upgrade just by mastering your posture. Okay, so with our foundation fully set, we need to define our specific anatomical target, because we aren't just broadly training the chest anymore. The source advocates surgically targeting the clavicular head. Now, this is the literal upper shelf of the pectoralis major.
It's the exact region of muscle fibers that sit high up on your torso and tie right into the collarbone. Building this specific area, that is exactly what creates that thick, powerful, armored look right under your chin. This right here, this is the roof of our structural blueprint. This is what we're here to build today. To construct this roof, we're going to rely on 2 primary movements. And here's our first pillar, the Incline Dumbbell Press. This is the absolute first key movement required to build the specific height to width ratio that makes the upper frame look complete and, truly 3-dimensional. Notice I said height to width ratio. The flat bench, that gives you the width, the floor. But the incline press gives you the height. It builds that vertical thickness that pushes the t-shirt out and completely transforms the overall shape of the upper torso. And this brilliantly illustrates the biggest mistake people make on the incline bench. Let's look at this comparison. Summoning lightning versus punching up. What you're seeing on the wrong side is flaring your elbows out wide, kind of like a confused bird trying to take flight. When you flare your elbows like that, your front deltoids completely hijack the movement. Your shoulders get absolutely fried and overworked, while your upper chest does basically nothing and stays completely flat. The right way, the biomechanically optimal way, is to tuck those elbows slightly inward and think about punching straight up toward the ceiling. That shifts the tension directly onto that upper shelf. Now, we add in the master cue that the source refers to as the collarbone squeeze. So, when you're punching those dumbbells up toward the ceiling, Do not just lazily lock out your elbows and drop the weight back down. Please don't do that. At the very top of the repetition, you need to execute a hard, intentional squeeze. You want to flex so hard that you're physically trying to make your pec muscle touch your collarbone. That mind-muscle connection, that intense squeeze at peak contraction, that's where the actual shaping of that upper shelf happens. All right, let's move over to our second pillar in this architectural build, the high to low cable fly. Now, if the incline press is our heavy builder, this movement right here is our precision shaper. Conceptually, I want you to completely reframe how you think about cable flies. Don't just think of it as a generic chest exercise. Instead, frame it in your mind as a crossbody curl for your chest. It's a subtle tweak, but this simple mental shift changes absolutely everything about how your body is going to recruit those muscle fibers. Let's break down the specific mechanics of this crossbody curl so you force that lazy upper chest muscle to actually fire. Most guys make the huge mistake of just throwing their arms forward and clapping their hands together in the middle. Yeah, we are not doing that. Step 1, drag the weight across your body. Step 2, intentionally drive your hands down and in towards your center line. And step 3, as you reach that bottom position, focus all of your squeezing power right on that top shelf under the collarbone. The whole reason we emphasize that downward and inward drive is beautifully summarized here. Sweep from the collarbone. You have to understand that this specific cable movement is a shaping mechanism. It is absolutely not a size game. We aren't trying to move the entire weight stack here, folks. We are meticulously designing the muscle so it sweeps out dynamically from your collarbone right down into the rest of the pec. This is exactly what creates that striking, separated, three-dimensional look that just commands attention. Now, take a look at this number, 30. Because this is a shaping movement and not a pure mass builder, the source strongly emphasizes an unusually high volume here. We're talking about pushing through 20 to 30 highly controlled, deeply focused reps per set. Now you might be wondering, why so high? Well, because that upper shelf is notoriously stubborn. You literally need to flood the area with blood and force those fibers to work until that part of your chest physically feels like it exists. You push through until you feel that deep, burning pump right under your chin. And this brings us to the core philosophy of this entire explainer, shape over size. We have got to stop just blindly chasing a bigger overall body weight or a heavier flat bench press and start intentionally building a better 3D shape by filling in those anatomical gaps. Let me tell you, a slightly smaller chest that is perfectly proportioned with a thick upper shelf and a dramatic sweep from the collarbone will always look more powerful and impressive than a massive bottom-heavy chest that looks like a flat board at the top. So, I'm going to leave you with this provocative question. Are you ready to stop wasting time on the flat bench? If you apply these two primary movements along with these exact postural and mechanical cues,